No, I just really want to give Fresno State credit. They really played a tough game tonight. It was very physical in many ways. Gave us some problems running the football. We really weren't able to get a whole lot going running the football, and their pass rush was really tough. And they broke some big runs against us that we just have to do a better job of controlling. But I told our kids, we got to keep our heads up, give Fresno State credit for what they did tonight. And, this one's going to hurt us for 24 hours. And then, then we got to shake it off and we got to move on. We still have a lot to play for. All our goals are in front of us. And, we're going to have to get back at it and get ready for a short week in a Friday night game this week. So, really proud of how our kids continue to fight, and just goes to show that if you keep banging away and keep fighting, it can come down to the last play and you still have a chance, and that's what happened tonight.
Coach, how would you describe what Carson Strong was able to do in this game, especially on that final drive? Not many quarterbacks can engineer a game or seemingly game-winning drive with under a minute.
No, he's amazed me every week. He really has. And, I knew Romeo was going to have a great game tonight. Just the way, certain players, when you've been around them as long as we've been around Carson and Romeo and Cole, you could just see it in practice. They were so determined this week. Their will was so strong that you knew that they were going to have, really special performances tonight. And, it was amazing, for Carson to will his way down the field. And, the touchdown that we scored on, we've literally been practicing that play for 5 years, and we just hadn't been in a situation to use it. It's kind of a last play, end of the game kind of play. And, Carson and Cole executed it perfectly. And so really satisfying to see those guys perform like that when it mattered so much against a good team. And, we felt just a little bit short. I didn't see the last play with Romeo. He made an amazing play on it, and couldn't see if his feet were in or not, but we were that close from taking the game into overtime.
Coach, I know you've said before how your team, you guys are battle tested on the road. How do you hope this game just continues to test you guys and you learn from it, because you will have more challenging road games in the future here?
No doubt, Shannon. We've had a string of games like this. They've all been very tough, very competitive, very emotionally draining. These games take a lot out of you every week, and try to bounce back and be even keeled about it. It's not easy. And, those kids were hurting in there. Carson Strong was gutted after the game. He wanted to win that game so bad. But, we play a lot of good opponents, and these guys are talented. This team beat UCLA. They've won some big games this year. They're very talented. And, we just came up a little bit short, and sometimes you get the bull and sometimes the bull gets you. And so, that's part of playing a game. And, our guys will keep their heads up. They'll continue to jump back on it tomorrow and get ready to play again this week. But we got to give Fresno credit. They played well. They did a lot of good things. And, we just fell a little bit short.
And Coach, with the Fresno defense able to get to Carson and get him on the ground, it seemed like 5 times. What did you see from that perspective on the sideline? Was it something that they were doing, or that the Union was not doing?
No, they got a talented front. I mean, they're as good as anybody we play up front. And, they got some good pass rushers. They bowled us a little bit. They played a lot of coverage, and we just got to anchor down a little bit more, and that's tough on our line too when they're dropping guys and we're trying to get guys downfield. It's difficult to pass protect for a long time, so it's a happy medium. We got in some situations where we were heavy pass tendencies because we weren't running the ball as well as we needed to. So it's a combination of a lot of things, but give them credit. They got really good pass rushers, as good as anybody that we've seen this year. So it was not a surprise that they were going to be tough to handle. And so, we just gotta anchor down. We got to compete a little bit harder. We got to do a little bit better job of keeping them out. And but you got to give 12 a lot of credit. He took some shots and he keeps on coming and to the very last snap, and he's a incredible competitor in his own right. And so we got a bunch of guys that believe in each other, that have each other's backs, and that are going to play to the very last snap, and that's really all I can ask of them.
Coach, you touched on this briefly already, but with an emotional game tonight and then a short week, what's the trick, if there is any trick? Is it changing the way you do practice this week, or can you walk us through how that's going to go? Because it's a tough turnaround.
Yeah, we'll adjust practice, Duke. I mean, the first thing we got to do is get home tonight, which just sounds like it's going to be a challenge. Hopefully the weather will hold out and it's not snowing too bad on the pass. But yeah, we will definitely adjust practice. We'll have a normal Monday practice, but we'll also we'll be a little bit ahead game planning wise, where we'll put in some of our third down situations, our high red, and then our Tuesday practice will be a Wednesday practice. So we'll be in half pack. We won't bang them as much as we normally do in a normal week. We won't be in full pads in practice this week. And then our Wednesday practice will be a Thursday practice, and then our Thursday practice will be a Friday practice. So we'll just eliminate Tuesday, we'll move everything up, and then we'll be ready to play on Friday. So at this point of the year, most of it's mental and timing. We'll put the game plan in, and we'll really work on the mental aspects of it, and we'll really work hard to get our guys fresh by Friday. We want them to get back and be really hungry to hit and to run fast by Friday, and that's the most important thing at this point of the year. And we got a lot of guys dinged up. It was a physical game tonight, and so we'll have to assess that too, and really see what guys we can get back healthy by next Friday.
And Coach, I had a question specifically about tonight's game. Watching Romeo, there was times I felt he couldn't be covered, and you are a guy who's written a book about wide receivers. I mean, you've seen a lot of great receivers. What did he do tonight? He was never covered.
He was just so explosive off the ball, and they were afraid of him beating him deep. They were afraid of him beating him short, and he was just so explosive to the football. And Carson has so much confidence in throwing the ball to him. We tell receivers all the time, if you want to get the ball, you got to get open. And Romeo certainly did that tonight, and Carson kept finding him over and over again. And it's fun. Every time I go on the field with Carson and Romeo, I just say, this is one less game I'm going to get to coach them. And so we try to make the most out of every game that we got them, because they're pretty special players to work with.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any more questions left for Coach?
It's just last one. Just, Coach, how do you think this team's leadership, that that last play there. I mean, maybe in years past it wouldn't have came down to that because they just wouldn't have had the depth and the capacity to have the leadership and the, I guess, experience pretty much in a situation like that to be able to come so close.
I mean, we talked about it. We wanted to play with championship poise and pride tonight, and I think we did that. We fell short on the scoreboard. We didn't make all the plays that we needed to make. And, one of the things I told the team is that, hey, this is a really good team we're playing. We got to make more plays than they do. We got to make more big plays. And, I think we probably just fell a little bit short of that. We needed to make one more play and hold them for one play, and we were just short. And you give them credit. But you're right. I don't know that in the past we would have been able to muster up that type of finish to drive the ball down and score. And you just got to give our competitive captains a lot of credit. They kept fighting all the way to the end. They never flinched, and that, I think that's going to serve us well moving forward. We got a lot of football left. These are the best games of the year, this last month of November, and obviously we got a big rivalry game this weekend, and then we got the whole month of November, which are always the games you remember. So we got a lot on the line, we got a lot to play for, and we need to keep our heads up and keep pressing forward.